Neighbor, a John no be non tabby, a woman, and the assam. As a chilena non penawas, a major woman, my diaba. What the man come about, dear Shay, and said, Yenis, I was swap, any journey I grab womb. I feel when you have been here, I see us anymore. A bassa while you are one swatcher and a pampa. No be a some, you'll be a small. Only pada sending I want my name where we are say. As I'm a tone young conato, baby, and can farm. Nenso me tene baby and come pema yeden. Nenso, what the man come about the boy nipa bata nipa home. Obi ada na nyonko. Yesu and the irasio. Obi a when you do my what did you go on mine? Walk one and you go see enough for you queen nature and my be an any cosonija. Obretini kukodu for eja woman kunimaba. Agrana na ripaba. Akasa no makasa French and will be an annual boajo. Asana na ho febia when the bonus wa we ratache. Walk on in a banana neighbor. A John no be non tabia, a woman and the assam. As a chilena non penawasa, a woman, my diaba. What the man come about, dear Shay, and said, Yenis, I was swap, any journey I grab womb. I feel when you have been here, I see us anymore. A bassa while you are one swatcher and a pampa. No be a some, you'll be a small. Only pada sending I want my name where we are say. As I'm a tone young conato, baby, and can farm. Nenso me tene baby and come pema yeden. Nenso, what the man come about the boy nipa bata nipa home. Obi ada na nyonko. Yesu and the irasio. Obi a when you do my what did you go on mine? Walk one and you go see enough for you queen nature and my be an any cosonija. Obretini kukodu for eja woman kunimaba. Agrana na ripaba. Akasa no makasa French and will be an annual boajo. Asana na ho febia when the bonus wa we ratache. Walk on in a banana neighbor. A John no be non tabia, a woman and the assam. As a chilena non penawasa, a woman, my diaba. What the man come about, dear Shay, and said, Yenis, I was swap, any journey I grab womb. I feel when you have been here, I see us anymore. A bassa while you are one swatcher and a pampa. No be a some, you'll be a small. Only pada sending I want my name where we are say. As I'm a tone young conato, baby, and can farm. Nenso me tene baby and come pema yeden. Nenso, what the man come about the boy nipa bata nipa home. Obi ada na nyonko. Yesu and the irasio. Obi a when you do my what did you go on mine? Walk one and you go see enough for you.
Usika no ebenyi ede amaupa. Se wutie manopei. Na we obi a we businessman, we group, we association, we union. But your utie me a Bayport Savings and Loans, fixed deposit investment here one more year no. And down so pa and they are year kasa is ukita a year 5,000 Ghana cedis and above. A dear say one more ebeji usika no edia to home. Bosumi miensa, bosumi nsia anase afeba kon. Na afe wamoni onyina dim komo we interested say about sika no so de wamoni onyina anebeye calculation no anopay fixed deposit team pacho koma memra bia no ene honomo ene odi osika ekwohye eye Bayport Savings and Loans fixed deposit no emu you are rest assured say a breson say wo sanso enya osika or returns together with interest and your principal ni nyina no Bayport Savings and Loans adaromenti wonsa ebeka wade na ye wobehia nyina no eye wo Ghana card emfa ho se on bank with your Bayport Savings and Loans oba womo ebebie account no e dia ma fixed deposit no na wetumi e di osika no ade atum pacho mmeku ahodo bebre na no enam sa kwanya so eye investment with Bayport Savings and Loans enti utie ma no paya akwanya no enie se wonso obetumi e de ho ahyem na Bayport fixed deposit wotumi enya so emfaso yepa ebeboa ama wonso watimi ade ho financially anope borrow Bayport Savings and Loans branch BM across the country na wone wo mo eni enkomo se won kran ha obeko eye kokomlemle ATTC school no enchen ho ape eho ana obehu eye wo mo office no na afi woni manager edi enkomo anope wo mo bejo so na afi nhihye bi eho bia no wo mo timi ahwe aboa wo yepa Bayport the whole na wo mo de wo mo edamufo anope from wo mo on 0245153283 0245153283 and after 0263 007 922 0263 007 922 na on the Bayport savings and loans for any encomo anopay na womo ebeje wo so pa but your fixed deposit eye eboa ama osika no etimi enyi edema enu ntifa ho hyemu bi na onso obenya adansedie sonko na anopay aye di nkomo Nack Scientific Herbal Clinic and Research Center for Adaroma pacho ebanas cancer hodo ayenye emfa onipadua ho na yenhwe problems and challenges abetina onipadua so dia Nack Scientific for eye number 1 pa na ebano ultra modern scans ultrasound scans hodo ni nyina na pacho womo ewo equipment eye modernized pa ebetimi aye detailed aye investigation within your body system na etimi aboa yare bia esie wo nipadua mu bia no ebeyi no apie na afi womo etimi ama wonro e the account said ebe ya ebetu ase krakra e the amount na ene ye ka aye electrocardiogram scan no a scan a yetwa edefa yakoma eho na afi ya hwese akoma no eye adwuma pepepe said yesese esiye no ana problem bi ewo hono ma Nack Scientific Herbal Clinic for Adaroma bacho wombetu ni nyina no ase e the amount enti ECG scan no ana opese we ya bacho bra Nack Scientific for asoye womo bejo so na womo ahwe aboa afi wa wo nkasai mu hawo bacho wo kasai ne duru bia na emonyo afi woti wa ya woti se waposo nyina no eye wo ya weather no eye a bit cold or drier aya na o face a lot of difficulties and now say what she say ama o kase no emuabu wenya fracture wenya dislocation ni nyina no Nack Scientific for Adaroma bacho womo ebesiesie nkase ni nyina kama e the amount afi say wakwa have affair na wakwa STIs syphilis gonorrhea ene ninu amo eka ho ayenya ewo endamu ni nyina de a anopay de obe nyina no ene say one Nack Scientific for ebedi enkomo na womo ebeje wo so pa eba no eye menstrual disorders typhoid fever infertility in men and women ni nyina no Nack Scientific for Adaroma womo ewo enra womo de betu ni nyina no ase ede amount anopay mpacho ko na one womo eni nkomo se o won kra hanoma branches near me no Spinters Road ube hu womo ewo Rainbow IT and Electronics womo dan no echi hwa Taifa ube hu womo ewo adjacent Fairview Guest House na Kumase womo ewo Ahema Kokobin anopay woni womo eni nkomo na womo ebeje wo super for womo on 0244 120269 0244 120269 na anopay woni Nack Scientific for any enkomo. It's 7:45 and this is Kessben 92.9 on radio and then on your digital TV you're watching us live on Kessben Plus TV as well. NT anopay ma yena wase but Endra the Operation Recover All Loot Committee President Mahama Etiye, headed by Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, handed over their report to the president, and then the president afterwards equally handed the document together with the full details of the report, back to the Attorney General and then his office. Enti anope enoho enkomo Mamima Ura Vitus Azim, a very good morning. He is an anti-corruption campaigner. Na anope meneno any enkomo. Mr. Azim, if you can hear me, good morning and thanks for your time. Hello, Mr. Azim.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you so much for your time, and we are grateful you could join us this morning.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Very well. So first off, I mean, as a country, President Mahama took such an initiative to put up a committee and then as well to allow the committee receive complaints from the public of corruption-related matters. Now, finally, the committee has submitted its findings and report to the Office of the President. Subsequently, has been transferred to the Office of the Attorney General. How do we move forward from here?
Well, these are just complaints or allegations. It is not enough. The Attorney General cannot take action on most of them without going forward to conduct in-depth investigations into these matters. And the Attorney General cannot handle everything. So he may have to go through them and decide which case should go to the OSP, which case should go to Yoko, and which case should go to the police, or to shrug before then deciding on whether to prosecute anybody or not. Because we're a democracy, and you cannot say that, oh, we've got this information about you, this is what is happening. But I also expect that if you are affected, you have been already investigated by order, and you admit that you've done something wrong, you've taken money illegally, and you have the money on you, you should just come forward and give the money back to them. Better than being dragged through an investigation and possibly caught for prosecution. When you do that, maybe plea bargain, you might be able to reduce whatever punishment you will get. Okay. Because if this money doesn't belong to you, if this land was for the state, and you bought it at a ridiculously low price, what do you lose if you return the house or the land to the states and take back your money? Or even if you don't take the money, you already knew it was wrong and you did it. Why wait to be dragged through the process and all that? So I think there are two approaches. The Attorney General has his method, and then I also expect the individuals involved to voluntarily do what is required of them.
Now, interestingly, I mean, given details of the report, the committee's chair, Samuel Okudzeto gave an indication that a total of 2,417 complaints were received from the public. Out of it, a total of 230 cases were subjected to detailed review as at 6 p.m. on the 9th of February 2025. Now, he goes further to say that 59 cases reviewed prior to Operation Recover All Loot, and 44 petitions were received directly by members of the committee. Out of the many complaints, 924 emails were received, and then 1,493 personal phone calls were as well received. I mean, these are few details they've given us out of the many works they've done. Ghanaians are asking for a publication of the total report so that, I mean, at least we get to see and understand the context for which this committee has done their work. Is that a right call?
Well, it's a right call, and the chairman of Oral has given the way by giving the details of their work. Kessben. It is the promotion of transparency. So now, but publishing the report, it remains with the president. The president asks them to do the work. They have given the report to the president. The president will decide whether to publish or not. It is not the Oral Committee that will decide whether to publish or not.
Okay.
And the president may delay for further investigations because there could be wrongly accused persons who will come out to say, well, you've spoiled my name by doing this when I'm not guilty. So they may need to look at it further before they now if they want to publish those that are clear cases of violation of the law.
Yes, but the oral team, I mean, the formation of the committee itself came in with a wide acceptance by the general public. To a far extent, Ghanaians will be much interested in knowing which cases are on the table of the Attorney General as we speak. So without giving much details as to which individuals are involved with those particular cases, at least Ghanaians can get to know a fair idea of which cases we are talking about. For instance, if we are dealing with Seglemi, then we know Seglemi is on the table of the Attorney General. Then we can squarely follow up on this particular matters. But in the absence of this, we do not know which cases we are talking about. And would that be fair to the good people of Ghana?
I'm saying that it may not be fair, but it will depend on the president's discretion now. Oral has done his work. They have submitted their report to the president. It's left to the president on the advice of the Attorney General to decide whether to give out the details or not, or to wait until the further investigations have been conducted, and then it becomes necessary to publish the names that have been found by the investigative body to be culpable.
Now, the other concerns will have to do with, I mean, the quantification in terms of real nominal figures. The chairman of the committee indicated that over some 20.49 billion US dollars can be retrieved through this particular exercise. I mean, how do we achieve this as a country?
Well, I've told you, you have. They have already talked to the people already. They have gathered evidence that these monies were actually taken illegally.
Okay.
If I am involved, I will not wait to be dragged further. If I've got the money, I'll just refund it. And as I said, that will reduce the sanctions that may come on me. They may just say, okay, pay interest on what you have taken. Because you've taken this money for 4 years, you've done business with it, you've made profit on it, you need to add an interest. Or the exchange rate has changed, those kind of things. But where people are recalcitrant, then the further investigations will be conducted and the necessary action taken. Even with the necessary action taken, there could be administrative sanctions without going to court. But there could also be criminal cases. So that is the situation.
Yes, but
okay.
Yes, carry on.
No, I was just, somebody was talking to me.
Very well. But the concerns again will be that, I mean, many people have criticized the legality of the formation of this particular committee. But in contest, if the oral team, together with the Attorney General, is able to save Ghana some $20 billion US, I mean, will we ask for its stay as a committee to continue with its work? Or better still, we will ask for its dissolution as of the time being?
I think that if the president finds it necessary to have an order in place, then he probably needs to bring a bill before Parliament to pass it, to give legal backing to the committee. Besides, the members of order were doing this voluntarily. They have their full-time jobs.
Yes.
The chairman is a member of Parliament, and now he's a minister of foreign. Minister of foreign affairs.
Yes.
Martin Kwame is a private legal practitioner. Raymond Archer has appointed
Deputy CEO of Yoko.
Yeah, Yoko. So it will not be proper to keep them in an oral committee that will be institutionalized. But their work has pointed the direction for any future body that you may want to consider.
But are you surprised to note that, I mean, 39 cases came in as complaints with regards to the National Cathedral project and that of PDS? I mean, quite a number of complaints coming from these two particular cases. Is this something surprising?
No, it's not surprising because from the very beginning of those two projects, people said it was wrong. And the president went ahead. And look at the destruction that they did with bungalows being mowed down and having to accommodate people in hotels only to dig a hole. And you see, it shows that everybody's concerned. And when I am making a complaint, I don't know that you are also making the same complaint. But we are both concerned and we want something to be done about it. So definitely there's no surprise about that.
It looks as if it topped the chart of the cases that came in. I mean, PDS and then National Cathedral. But again, with PDS, how do we deal with the matters? Because it's been quite a long time since PDS was in place. And then many have said that they came in and then collected monies from Ghanaians without being accountable to the good people of Ghana. With the coming into force of this report, should we revisit the operations of PDS and then make sure we retrieve back the monies that were collected from Ghanaians?
Definitely. Then what's the use of the oral? if they have got genuine complaints that can be substantiated, then it's left to the authorities to now pursue the people. Because some of these things, we just saw that monies were paid to so-called consultants and lawyers for virtually nothing done. So definitely there are things that we need to pursue. And that's why oral will probably be disbanded or institutionalized, making a legal system, and then helping the Attorney General or the President to carry out his anti-corruption mandate.
But before I let you go, Mr. Azim, now, on one hand, we are seeking to fight corruption with Operation Recover or Loot. But on the other hand, I mean, the Attorney General, who just assumed office a few weeks ago, is also on the trajectory of, I mean, withdrawing almost every case that was being held in court by the former government. So you talk of Collins Dowd's Seglemi Affordable Housing Project. You talk of issues that has to do with Dr. Johnson Esiama, and then with the coming into force of the collapse of the banks and its related matters. I mean, many more cases that were pending in court. The Attorney General has filed a nolle prosequi. So the question is that what is the moral justification for you seeking to fight corruption whilst you are already continuing an existing case that we do have in court? I mean, how do you discontinue one and yet go ahead to prosecute the other?
The simple question is, how do you discontinue a case which you don't believe in? You don't have enough evidence to pursue. You see, some of these cases have been on for about 7 years. The prosecutors have not been able to prove any case against the people. Why do you think that a new government should also continue to prosecute cases that the people that brought to court did not have enough evidence to successfully prosecute them? You see, and some of them were clearly seen to be politically motivated cases. And that's why the Attorney General may have justification for withdrawing them.
Yes, but
like somebody has said, he needs to give us explanation for those actions.
Exactly the question I was coming to.
But you see, the other side of it, let me finish. The other side of it is that I feel that if they allow the court to come and say, no, we haven't, there's no justification for these cases, and declare them exonerated, that would have been cleared better. But now people are still going to say, oh, some of them were guilty, but because they belong to the ruling party, that's why they dropped the case. So that's the other side of it. And I thought that they shall just allow the courts to hasten the cases and then come out with a decision or a ruling instead of the Attorney General withdrawing them. Because after all, when the Attorney General goes to the court and he cannot provide adequate evidence, then the court can now rule that, oh no, this one, there's no case. But just to say that you're not interested in it, it's not helping the individuals involved because the perception will still be there.
Exactly the point, because, I mean, the Attorney General just filed a nolle prosequi without, I mean, telling the public the reasons behind that. But the question again will be that is it really because of a lack of substantial evidence in prosecuting those matters, or it is really the case of lack of political will to continue with that particular prosecution? Because again, the case of Seydou Agongo and then Opuni has been in the court for more than 8 years, and yet we've not seen any level of confiscation as well, the court either coming out with a judgment. So, I mean, it brings back the question of integrity, the question of moral right to prosecute other issues, whilst you still have these substantial ones pending in court, awaiting the Ghanaian people and then the court as well, receiving outcomes of these particular cases. And so how do we proceed from here? Tomorrow, if these cases are coming again in court from the oral report, will Ghanaians wholeheartedly accept, I mean, what the Attorney General is going to do after knowing what he's been able to do in time past?
Yes, so I will support Martin Peebles' call for the Attorney General to come out and explain the rationale behind the decision to withdraw these cases for Ghanaians to know. That would solve the problem.
Very well. But in the absence of this, we have to just wait for the cases and the report that has been submitted, and then the onward action that will be taken by the Attorney General, I presume.
Yes, please.
Very well. Zazim, I'm grateful for your time this morning. Thanks so much.
Thank you, too.
Vitus Azim, a anti-corruption campaigner, speaking to us at pay 2 after 8. Hi, Kessben 92.9. Your numbers, no, a 05505679299, 05505679299. And no any numbers are they a Juma anope. But let's hear from you, your views and your thoughts on the current happenings. Operation Recover or Loot. And one more submit one more report to President Mahama. President Mahama a transfer the Attorney General, but concerns and it's Attorney General a buy into office in less than 1 month or no take office. Cases are a year very I beg your pardon, very important cases na abinda dano ekremwa. In fact, one more airshare edi ho asem wo court ni nyina no. Attorney General say when you're interested, I mean, we file a null prosecute to discontinue with those cases. The edikan opuni case, no, opuni ni sedo agongo about cocoa board contract near there. One more MI about the supply of fertilizers and the kika ho nyina. I mean, that case has been discontinued. Oba BMO Collins Dowda Seglemi affordable housing project for 8 good years. A honsem bebrena no sorry wo my mono. Attorney General say onye interested in that particular case any longer. And also one more HM, quite an interesting one. But Ghanaians are saying John Mahama is almost becoming the chief clearing agent because Attorney General no discontinue cases are already pending in court. At least you could have seen to the completion of the court proceedings. Now a face a court no ebeja womo a court no eja womo. But in the case of filing a null prosecutor no but we'll come to it. Na yetimi ede ho enkomo enti fa wadwentre no ebra yebekin kan ni nyina no ede amount 0550567929 0550567929 eno any numbers are no pay yede eye adwuma WhatsApp and afi SMS 4 minutes after 8 na Andra the ad hoc committee speaker ate ewo mrahye bedwam say the CA womo enhwehwe mo no womo sanso echo asetena quite an interesting analysis and then revelation etimi ebai but as usual minority no boycott proceedings no Andra womo anye a part of it to say the last week in no na a city and it was expected say Andra no Orafenyo Maakye minority leader on the chief whip and then paying for aka would have appeared before the committee nanka womonso the omonim no womotimi akwakoka ewo committee no enim but Andra they didn't show up ma yenhwe except of the Andra a course wo hono na yemra yeba yebeto aso na yene wedi enkomo but your messages no ma odie emra 0550567929 0550567929 and any numbers ye juma anopay enti what about ye na ya can kind in na amount but 0550567929 0550567929 and any numbers anopay ye juma covering poor margin
Kwame Josu
ya say
nyakopa domaro bia bako
da twedi ampo ase enkomo wo ho na yegosu aye din so ye ka say no Council of State elections no koso anopay started 7 o'clock and barely one more aye 1 hour 6 minutes over
benu me hu
e there
Kwame dey say Kwame Kubi
that is all contest bi
kofobia be hu so ma file no Kwame kofobia be hu so ma file no now mo no koye Council of State na me no ka ho Kwame nye Kwame dey say kieko I'm telling you
I see
Kwame dey say kieko
as a way abato
I about to see a contest be at least one we need to say
what contest
be because encrophobia Kwame minimum omo pa Kwame say omo na ekotu o mampanyinu fu wagye atum se me koye lecture akutu o mampanyinu fu no Kwame mu obi
I know
de mame papa Kwame etina sanke yeko ne kura de ba kope next year meboaboa mo ebedu na me mfie no so ko nanim kama because Council of State there Kwame kame hunu ye 7 previous aka retirees enkofo omukuta native wisdom ifie nyansa blend with school there say school there ni hokra utu so kasa wo ye deep Sankrofo na nkekusu omampanyinfo nkrofo omo kono omo nkonkotena sema ompanyin ye omampanyin di obapanyin beka bia ya konko da bi de obetumi aka na dwere di akere omampanyin se no marafo ba bia ade ne konanya mu oman.
Okay. Na ba me kwa homa ne so ba me ne Doma West Mbrashe Bedwani eni enkomo the Honorable Vincent Opuasamwa me ne no eni enkomo embra na we a member of the committee a eye adwuma. Honorable Mpacho wotimi ka margin na empombo ko de
already adoma hode opa samsum ho de
erade de yenko ache yenso ye ho ye pa na endra eba ne sen na committee mo kwa setina minority no again one more show up
yo me da sibi na me chia ye chiefo anopai na me chia mo studio nyina obi ani say members of parliament obi free the constituency obi a amanyeko ope and the parliament and obi a on freedoms and obi a on the right into decision be ope so o take bia no o let me take it so did you say na no speaker ebo ni panso bi di say na no basa see vetting no yenye ihwehwemu na yenfa report emre no Obia is about the strength of the party, two political parties in the parliament, which now also at the power, Sani Panson. It's now here, and this is Mayor 5, and the other side, no, Omi 2. It is a 7-member committee, but the vice chair of the committee, Honorable Animedu. Yes, we are with the terms of reference as Speaker Eddie Mayer, the first na and say no see she and you kwan be so and am more betu na ye di edi djuma no the first day na no Miss America na mo constituency no I Zoom into the other two now from also joining by Zoom and on there honorable and abna the former deputy minister for finance. And the other members so we agreed on the roadmap. Quite better so you bet na achieve the results na speaker at the Mayan. Come to say young fan share them na whatever open. Ama obia and because we are mana is here no. The vetting committee and the cameras were there. Nti idea Ghana for what really happened. So we agreed on the roadmap. Nti let's say fair day na ye cohort na se no honorable Animedu ebai but ye city na no be what 30 minutes na o catch chairman is on person obetna committee because you have been asked free and you free home you go to no at a point and the clerk of parliament ebai catch say we should stop the live broadcast. Which to us, we didn't understand the whole thing. Because at that time, now majorities are now appear before the committee. Now, even the chairman of the first deputy speaker, a chairman of the vetting committee, and also Abba. Most of the MPs normally appear before the committee. So, about first one, the chairman says, no, it's the speaker's committee. The speaker has given us the go-ahead to do it. And the pressure was still coming from the clerk. About the third time, it was like, well, no, and now control, more the audio section and then more control, more or less, they was asking them, say they should leave the place. And, and my chairman, and they live broadcast, appropriately.
Okay.
So from there, we had to go to meet them. And Kokoshia Mononaria, the minority leader and a majority leader, and the leadership of both houses, minority and majority, and the clerk. It's, no can say they need to have a word from speaker and Sana, it not was a Juman. And I must admit, the speaker no Ghana. Yes, speaker was in Ghana, but he was monitoring everything from where he was. And it didn't come as a surprise to Yeyangwa, but lot of Ghanaians are no more, you know. They were not happy with, say, I don't know, end day on that note. Because I'm saying, immediately after that, you know, chairman granted interview to some press house. Emma Omun say a clerk, you know, and a Maya stop away, you know.
Okay.
And I think then or more person somebody will be speaker, no kakra, so speaker, you say. So immediately we called the speaker, and then speaker came back serious and said, no, we should go ahead. On country of years, we should stop the man because I think said to the minority, no, police say, "Sir, apology, no, current or plenary issue and everything, including even sir, man, no, my must have member committee." That's because I said, no, that is not it. Apology is different from sir, report now may request it for no, so we should still go ahead, and of course. Speaker Ahmad, they go ahead in the next thing I was a minority and say, reduce the credibility of the committee, by say mobile boycott committee, work. Now, accuse the chairman, say chairman or like credibility, and or very partial because there is no impartial. So because of that, but all issues no raised against him now. What you say, like a substance. Yeah, it was a no obituary or training on SNJ. And it is only the speaker that would say, no, Honorable Bejina, I think near my Papanakano, and because of that, in today, yeah, no, any kind of or a speaker now or the man of my committee or something.
Yes.
Oh, no, my ruling, that's what you are speaker. Speaker, my ruling, yeah, and also interested also committee, So we went ahead because the last public year, was you say, you be a month 1 year, you invite 2 months. So far, no, the majority side in the no, it may a buy. And we share a moment rule to apologize, said they were not around, so between appear before the committee. It is only rating a year, they'll be able to give rating a area back. And and also we even had one person, I know when you're a member of parliament, or no to quality a facility or also reading in a movie. And I heard it said somebody didn't tell him that they were even more than that man, but he was the only person who were able to spot in the video. Yeah, I was actively, now or involved. So looking at the whole thing, we will have a very good report because initially can say will be our tip recording the which we are committee and about 15 recordings any other tapes and about committee MIF forensic experts from the Saba unit of the mobile all the tapes genuine among doctor baby. And at least the media, so no, they were there. In general, say for 100% media, house of sleeping also, Emran also, take your music. Now, almost in Kanye, but some of them says, okay, the notice was sought, and no more legal, you say, or back company on a number. And they were media, But however, we have evidence that Magadana will give a very good report. Now, and yes, we are going to be, I say, vindictive. We are not going to be vindictive. All that we need to do is say, my advice speaker now going forward. It's never be seen to be intimate embassy because I think that you can't the image of parliament. I come from crowd because we share and yeah, we any more crowd now. You know, and was media, your friends at parliament. Like the enemy may be a gun of which may be from Kessben. But on the days of Uzo Champo, no money, a famous engagement, and now share Kufiato, no money, Tadina, Yatiti, Kenjatanum, and I like calling that mosquito, no matter that time, parliament now. Obian say you can say MP bar, no, be say yes. parties, a former echo. And if you don't take care, maybe one fee na said the penal.
Yes, but when you're worried about the lack of participation on the side of the minority, I mean, more reports, Eba, I mean, some of the minority members, are found culpable. What will be the responses to that because they did not participate? And then the rule of natural justice. One more nya kwenya biasa omunso ebeka one more sema. I mean,
Senior, we all know that we gave them opportunity. Yeah, let's say about 10 of them are now appear. Or one also they are ready to appear. It's a natural justice and a final. Oh yeah, breaching. We gave them opportunity almost mama. And you cannot force them. Such a thing bra. It will the opportunity no. It will serve them better. So omo imagine say omo beba na kebe bo omo bebre. But omo man so interest ebema the credibility of our report no ebeya affected whatsoever. It will not, because and yet there were a whole lot of issues border on security. Yeah, it believe there were some security lapses, and I think the organization of the even appointment committee in itself, we also admit but you ask yourself, reaction from the minority, was it the right way to react? Because we say when they were in government, when you also in the court, opinion will just quickly write to the Supreme Court. And what has changed now? Yeah, and then so you could also be to me lost a yamra actually choir in case we satisfied with a year. Choir also first with the addressing the situation and how do redress secure redress, actually. Okay. But you win the idea just say I'm running but yeah, the Mran Bashi and some be a penny bay. But I believe I will say there should be a way speaker a bit to me at that kind of preach, about MPs, it be intimate NCBM. And I say punishment to be it should be you almost have a privilege to say that. But the VBN will be any as a speaker, but catch us say please. Oberframe Marshall said, walk this MP out of the chamber. The BPN, a bayer, and Guasia said, a big goose, I believe, sir, and you see a Maquine, a money drawer, now, young Pamela, Yaguma, now, you're respecting us watching Ghana for Bessign, Ajia Tumobile. Because for now, the ninth parliament has started very, very on a very wrong foot. To me, Zamia. Like I say, and your man could say, and no Jina Chamber Crana Okasa. Only say, be son the mic, you put to another so mic and I disable. Why would you know Okasa? I disable. And that is what most of the, yes, that's what most of the new MPs agree. Omokasa, you can see from their side, and they say, first term MPs, must also Maakye so. The level of indiscipline about the non parliament, only God knows. But I believe, say, Ghana for. That's not what they are looking for. So we could say we get one Piababet Parliament now, or the all union answer or cause disorder. Amount for I don't think the constituency will be happy with that member of Parliament. I don't know what the intentions are, but I think and yet, but that is not what maybe I'm pessimical. All that we want to see is this now Parliament, maybe I start, Omako orientation, BBDR, so they know all that is good. Also, but be my imagine say, the Embrano Bayaduma, penny a bay. I think the speaker, your report will give me a very, very good report, even though it would have been better saying Komono Bebana or Macron side of the story. However, I believe even with the majority side, there are a lot of issues about I believe a bit me abuama future Indiana etimama DC and this review.
Very well. Honorable Anope, I'm grateful for your time.
I'm sure.
So and the Honorable Vincent Opwa Samoa Doma West and Rashebi Dwene other meneno at the command the ticket of the NDC and then a member of the ad hoc committee, a speaker set in place one more investigations about the situation on 4D at the appointment committee, bringing us to exactly 22 minutes after 8. Hi, Kessben. Mame Edna Wase na Memo Akwaba in case I find you are joining. Your numbers no is 0550 929 0550 929 and no any numbers are de jumana is here fi mo afi na meshia the honorable Daniel Kwesi Shaban. I don't pay my more honorable na me mana kwaba honorable bachi
it is a
radio do me where now I think come to you
me winni we nyina ma you show sa me ho
as I'm so very sure sa me honorable me try with this and my
Sri Kakra. Say you to me deliver micro minority or Ghana now. To abani fana. It was your phone design.
Congratulations is in order.
Oh, I know there. I do one there, Bobby.
Pa.
But as soon as they say so that so.
Pressure this
the more vote, the more responsibility.
Exactly.
Into no so. This is they are Sriawi.
That's right.
That's right.
But a constituency boko.
Oh, constituency there fine. Fine.
I'm
sure China Krambe Sako on a Thursday. You call her Sra in Yanua. Na yako Yesu kakra.
My member a lawyer KK Sebe action na member na kwaba or also a member of the NPP's communication team. Council first time I've share on him action.
Yeah,
I'm to say
the speaker. Nyamiadum.
Bibi fine.
Fine pa. Yes.
Party Buboko.
Bibi aboko. Yes dear. Honorable. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sanity, my idea. To win an election is not easy. And you know, your mamu money yo said you can't to us no. Ye juma. Ye nyina empire born say Ghana betumpon. Say Ghana betumpon there not say Mama mudi timidi into the erection no.
Yeah.
Now the being answer baby a more qua air touch man.
Now
Criticize it constructively.
That's right.
And yet just so we are not no there be the moya in your movie. Ever criticize it constructively. Into my first question now.
Which I said on your cry.
Na macha yashofo ni etifo nyina aso.
Okay. Ahefo ni etifo nyina ajo so. Na me bo baji.
Yeah, Kwame.
You be fine.
Nyame adomarakwa. Kwame.
Yes.
Ma menya me pass data PB Honorable Ashaman.
Yes.
Kwame. Woman recommend.
No more reward, you know.
You see, it is not here alone.
Maybe
at a point about a year before the election.
Yeah.
Every television station Honorable Ashaman is on it. Radio station Honorable Ashaman is on it. And when new radio and television station say 7 previous uncle defending a National Democratic Congress.
Yeah.
Kwame, he has worked. He's a former member of parliament.
Yeah.
There's so yama NDC na Kwame waye. Party no opposition for 8 years. He was speaking for the party.
Yeah.
When young Kofona, Adian yes said the Ebe na no more poppy up no one kahubi. Kwame appointment ekoso ebe. You more recognize it. No more share Honorable Ashaman. A dini kra Kwame, a dini keke. A new kwase isi say your baby ni make appointment. A DBS kepu and a deliberate. Ne boa payo Kwame, I'm telling you. And that's what Hana make. I see I can't answer more. But me person me kesi nanim. You have already said it. A DBS kepua. Kwame na chese ayi deliberate office. That's it. About to be kase mi wo Kumasi. Me nim no papa or NDC communicator. Ye Ashanti regional minister.
Yeah.
And I say o na niji appointment no pa. Na nimre yikura no. Regional minister na friend na din komo. I say they needed the regional minister Oba. So whom you be sasa no why?
That's right.
Tiagba mika no. Asem ne mu dupa o kan sasa me hwa se osua. Ba kwa me asem ne mu odu. Wo se me mpese regional minister ne baba be busam na ye ko ba bi no bi say na we on why. na chese ono kro wonim region no
yeah wonim ne nkrof
obi si say honorable Ashaman why member of parliament da watra parliament baby bia committee so party aduma Kwame party no wa abemu party ni abemu for 8 good years radio so honorable Ashaman 7 producer enkwara nketenkete a eni ni ti penye pa obudi na tem Kwame papa wa kwama NDC for wo mo hwe no edini nye din a ebetimi escape da never Kwame etimi escape da
omo bo apa ma escape mo na
yes ena we no he doesn't need a godfather obi de hia no as a father board ko for SF board no won pa ho board chairman no honorable Ashaman no pa ho ene so wote ha na maker yedi ka kasa asem wo dada Kwame eti omo hwe no wa mo hwe no yebe ka
Mr. Speaker me need design
na from Pon Ziga
Ziga na mi bisa me say order because me follow no on every issue no or comment here deep very detailed after them who na say even entertainment nyina ne ade nyina Ziga oya de to be clarity it is what the one no atum na o kan honorable dia ne dika
no why I've known honorable Ashaba
from other places
from the days of CTV FM and down to this place and I mean quite encouraging so more my year remember more so honorable appointment and I'm quite so ban so
near ni say appointments doso nti nyamu kacha nse yenya botre ebeba
okay
nti mesumi wo gidie se ebeba aba specifically me ka se o maka bi a chere de omunyanka hwe but midin da list so nyamu be
ye for that ye go so aye hwe ni
na me da me ni association e just say no crisis
no credit eba
oni mi pa de na
problem
yes
but mama na mwase na just a quick information for na yenshen kombono ase ye ka say Council of State elections no course across the country electoral commission amayati ase 522 electorate ana aform the college womo to abano ene womo 2222 reps from all the district assemblies across the country womo na to abano 154 aspirants ana contest say encrofobe to abama womo no mo abeye the regional reps for the Council of State membership onim so already no Council of State no 30 membership na ye 16 from all the regions we are now on so at an appointment and so at the Ababeka. Now, out of the 154 aspirants, 144 member and my contested 10. Now, the Eastern region comes in with the highest number of female aspirants. They have 3 of them. The regional women organizer, former contested, and then one other woman, so also contested. Greater Accra, in fact, one more the Obabianim. Oko Western region Emani Yemieno contested Ashanti region Emani Yemieno Central region Ahafo region and then Bono region 1 each and these are the 4 or 5 main regions participating in today's elections. The Akani in the Greater Accra Obabianka Western North Obabianka the northern regions Obabian contested and these are some of the details. Now, easy say be post from 7 to 5 p.m. But say one more to abani na obia or wall listing so no be to abani they are able to close the polls and then omobekan na declaration no etimi akoso na afi finally na wamugu so wamo constituted Council of State no enti wo be President Mahama appointment be awaye bia no or say acting because the constitution requires that he does the appointment in consultation with the Council of State, and as well, board now, must have a fair say with one more called the areas. And for the avoidance of breaching the law, President Mahama said, "Okwa no ako acte until set your confirmation no will come as a director general or a chief executive. Mame Emma Council 10 minutes na mintieno on this one. Na yemfam common in Shasi in free. Council.
Yo, Minia Medasibebre. We deal with a boycott by minority. And election, okay.
My started with the Council of State election. Na yebe boycott the DNS.
Medasi. Council of State and I is provided for by the Constitution. And omu play a lot of role Emma or minor. Nti idea who here ye necessary idea who shim. But say utie generally and yes and obo who the will be names here to a baby cry and net.
Yes.
Although it's not open to the general public, you know. Say nipa no timi hunu de air course na wono so timi a kire na adwena ma nipa na okwa akoto aba no atake decision a ebeba be favor no. De are ho kakra ewo analysis ya de abasese am the women representation.
Woman no.
Da bia ye kan so 144 eye mema na 10 eye ma. On say da bia ye kan ye say yemma the affirmative action bill law no mpo a emma emrem because emma woman so a eye. And they say be opportunity we you be na appoint you.
There be one abekwa pick your nomination.
One abekwa pick your forms. Also President Mahama appointment here wa sha se all men. Comments as say ba say emma woman no esa. Say ma dodo ebem. It is a man you ready some be offer omo ho a. We then wakofa naba. Unless say ye deliberate policy say ye hia omo so enti ebia ha ene ha ne ha de ye gya mama. Na sesi a ye biem wo honom na wo amfa form no ankwanko contest ya. No amadwuma no ayedin ama mo representation a ewo amemwonimu enti mefa sa kwan so na ma hye ye nuanom ma nyina nkuran nkanka omo manige amayosem ho no na ya na ya amayosem no so kodru ba bia ya na tu ba bia ekeka kono ano ya ye hyedodo enti we be makra na okọ radio station TV station akwa kasa abonsa oyire ka kire o say hey politics we die edidi atem na mesuru ya ma politics no edidi atem aye part of politics which shouldn't be the case enti ye nuanom ma no ya na empembebre no eno ya ade a epia omo omo ko omachi because omo ni efukese a ye de mene sa ensem hunu no egum because you can go on social media na ebia mfomso bi ebi kra nya mfomso but anko bi ye enti no wa address from head to toe obanso wo ya na ne ho popo enti sa nyoma ni nyina no esese ye free politics ne mu ne hu se ya amamuo ana oman ne ye kyekere ye enya mema nkoa de betimi aye adwuma no da bi because nsusu ye bi wo a wo ye payment se wo susu bibia ya no da bia meka se mema ye de ye ti ene take decision once you a man so what any part do na the way they feel their emotions near they take a decision and you need these two to blend so that we can have proper decisions for system aye running no and we need to encourage our women to come in any way aye betumi aye na secondly so no omo ankasa so nche omo den na omo nu se de ewom no sabe edidi atam ni ade de yempe de nanso ba na wagye na de kɔ se si aye hye amamu eni de kɔ no
o de akɔ
o be ne dan na na bo wo si mu nsam a wati nyina no so o da si mo enti o be gina de kɔ na o be but we don't encourage that.
Yeah,
you see the constitution now make provisions say president ye bibia or nyoma bi ho or ya or consult to the council of state but decision be by from the Supreme Court. Me refer specifically the appointment be a course. So is it the say after Charlotte says maybe say easy or something. There was an appointment Anchor Council of State and him answer na air into implementation. Supreme Court can say they serve as an advisory body and therefore a mandatory say president ever consult to omo and sana the decision of person taking over taking. So you pick it from that ruling and as a judgment a ruling about free Supreme Court by India. Not just say President Muhammad me appointed without them. But you now see who say what you say or consult to more ebe boying because ebe boama all the 16 regions no I form part of the decision. You make the appointee nipa binom. If he said the president singularly, no, ain't me who the echo baby. But if he gets all these heads to help her, ebebwa, ain't see amrano, and ye be niem, ama the involvement of the Council of State as far as the appointment of certain positions. Air concern ye miem, nanya mandatory. Said the beya. Enka mandate am sure say bi kranka ya ye nneoma bi kra mo kra ya appointment no abantem if we can get it within the transition period krampo na enkenye bad
say Council of State should come in place
transition so no so that president be ba no they say president amankrofo act dada although but it will be some way say president am be act
ni be yin
free ho na okra na do akose honorable na nyame ya adum ya man acting position and kamenka mi bose o because honorable acting position na ochina yes Council of State by in consultation afi yi eno afri ho a I think say honom no there are some loose ends bi ho a say tighten ni na ebo ani move forward.
But generally interest in ba up na because who say the omo ye dey me hu honorable before and me hu say nkrofo aye flyers trying to campaign for the election and all of that. Generally, nanka about one neighbor who bibisa obehu an say silently ya to we na ya elect one more be election. But Luther says that this time around it is taking a different turn.
Yes, I think say baby are interest necessary ye pa ye. I think after the 2016 elections, especially Greater Accra, I think Honorable E.T. Mensah, Lumkopi Pebine, so ya na ejina the personalities in so omoba contest ni muno and as compared to previous years in India now no it is better because ote huasem from your presiding members or mokotoa bar people and especially social media and so ebwa because people are able to share the images the flyers of omo these positions then on the social media and you realize if it's a constituency na omasha ase pushi omo PM presiding member na okwakoto aba no say nipa asemesi ene yepe no enti interest na eba ne yankoso mod hu dawura se beba kese ne anya the right people anu na hi o akwakoje share the right places because yes statistics here put wrong people yes square pegs in round holes ebeha because these are people who are omanpanyidi e kire so epa asoma na woni okwakofa adwene enti ese oye nipa bi a omuti hu ye den abo built say chief zigout ye and no say ese nkofa minim de enti a one fa from ye one fa de no next 4 years yes ese offer men say besungu yes say ese offer next 4 because in fact the analysis in fact so fantastic and deep it is offer
very well made as a council. Thank you very much. Lawyer Sebena Awotenin, kind of member of the NPP. My member, the Honorable Daniel Kwesi Ashama, so former member of Parliament for Buem constituency. Honorable, Mami Ntiwe.
Yo, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable.
Nah, sorry. The Council of State elections. Basu ene. Ana kosu sesia ashase kra omutu aba many a lawyer aka one side eye pa me jide pass 80-40 moving to the other side of the coin as say region bia hu say uko akutu aba mo bia not only being a Council of State member but representing the region.
Okay.
Inti wono mo kwa kutu abano asembisani say bisahu say who am I voting for? You should ask that person yourself that question. And don't go and vote for your pocket.
Okay.
You must vote for the region. We have so many problems, sir. Elections are or Ghana. We don't vote for people who take care of the complexities and exigencies of today. We vote because in some cases we've gotten a fatter envelope, and that is very, very bad. If you vote for a fatter envelope, expect no work
and no results.
Because that envelope must be refilled by the person who has given it to you. and keep it somewhere again, waiting for maybe some other time. If we move on like this, a course sa na so omanu enkone nim papa.
Okay.
And na wa ko pick from so bisa ho na nka sisa wo bisa ho before today. Me fata senka minko. But many a time no they don't ask themselves such questions. Oh, Mrs. Betumi aye. Oh, yaye we intim Betumi aye. And so coming back to my region, Oti region, me expect it said they should vote for the person who can help bring up that virgin region. Because who called them by in there are human beings there with all due respect.
Yeah.
But when you want to look at institutions of state what to say in respect of institutions of state, now say according to say football park. She knew it's not the uko na signboard da ha omusi there the NY there the land ni winmu land no so
yenye project no
yenye project no. It is only the regional coordinating council office no. I think by now the area Omawi and Sanomako because structure no the way I saw it in the Omawi. So we should be looking at certain very, very critical and cynical. Now, when voted into office, Munina Council of State members are moving 16 regions.
Yes.
You must also have at the back of your mind there, you are going to take care of the record of yesterday and look at how you can improve upon it by your regime. Nya ekondra eni mu amuba fufrono. Because sometimes it is so disheartening. Yehunu in the previous government said, assembly ba na ye expect say Council of State say ya to abamau like members of parliament yenti bibi free munche Muslimu ya advisory members today. Fine, but then I didn't say. I remember very well. Look at how Council of State members are picked from the region. So
yes.
In the mining areas, we have representatives. To the interest of the people. And I'll pray because during that time, Kranu, Yebinuma campaign, Council of State, Kranu,
Exactly.
We've campaigned so much. Say, if we have Council of State members enjoying all the largesse, and there are problems in the nation or their areas, oh, you just advise the president if you take, then it means it is not worth it, all the largesse we are giving you. We want to see value for money, for the position you are occupying. And that should be the hallmark. So that this nation, you bet to me atu mpon anatu anamo ako enim. Look at Ghana today. Those who are coming today or tomorrow, when voted in power, you must look at this nation and ask yourself questions. Gone are the days that we call ourselves the Black Stars. Obia dia tumsa. In the ushe ya balance sheet enyefe. Ushe unemployment enyefe. Ushe ya pomdi enkoswa. Edrum pepe sobia enyefe. Education like that. So to me, I am advising. So you shouldn't be somebody who is coming just to say, oh, we are. You should formulate what code of is it code of conduct? Yeah. Rules, sir. Mususumu jina sumu country man penyi say. Sir, state council of state emranu wo kwa ya paye no. Ye pese ya bua ma oman no atumpon. Nti sa bibi koso a ye ka kire wa. Ususu ye sere wa tie ye nsema ye ka. Na ye mbua oman no mani konenim. All the members should focus on their regions.
And the challenges are woho.
Yes, challenges no focus on the region. Challenges are woho. Jina unai suna kasa na yen ye.
But in a situation where you get reps, I mean, some of them might have not even stayed in the region for that long. Unim the peculiar issues, what region name? Or no, the onima is one crime. It be our party affiliation with some of the big people. Now, we call region name. Now, we call near Kotu Abano Eddie Amano. When it happens like that, I mean, how do you get the issues of the region addressed?
And Unia Sema medical say, don't go and vote for envelope. Obia Otiakra, or ko region say to Abamano.
Yeah.
The only strategy obey you Nisika.
Okay.
The only strategy obey you Nisika. Look, I won election to parliament as somebody who don't have money. Not at all. And yes, kind of Ediba parliament. But because I was with the people, look, I was the fundraiser for the WIM Congress for 7 good years. Into every year, we locate a community. Yebeko Akoye Safasha, ya raise fund for the development of WIM. Into ever do this 7 years time, no be enemy. Into we'll losing my predecessor, Fort Camel, on the 25th Christmas Day, December 2012. Minya piki from Obia say una obeko. So I didn't spend money. Man first can go parliament. These are some of the things that should happen. And there meeting her and there meeting her. There is no corner ewo buim and now problems are ewo buim minim. Minim problem no rather than sanamabeye MP. So this is the way our elections should be going, so that we'll be able to solve some problems. Because we Council of State members should listen very well. That time Uba Buema, half part of Buemnu, now network oho. Unya cross to the other side of Buemnu, there is no network. Do you get it right? Inti uko baby to say Jolukute. I'm mentioning for the OT people to know. Jolukute Baglo Dumasi Lekanti Awoma no network. So I knew this problem before getting to what? Parliament. Intimiko Parliament, the first step me taking say the other part of WIM should also be heard on the network. And so immediately after 1, 2, 3 years, I got the post there. In there, you get that person. So we should vote for people who knows problems on the ground. And prick the president say, oh, me region, me potemnu, this is the problem we have. And I am sure say solve. These are some of the things. Say never say we vote for the person who pays more. And our problems will never be solved. And we'll continue to mark time as far as development is concerned. I am pleading with everybody. And Sanya Binuma Council against Nanado's Council of State, we don't want the repetition of the problem we saw yesterday. You must change the game plan towards the development of this nation. I am not blaming them for nothing, but Ghana here in Puntu. Now, say Ghana here in Puntu there. Now, as a free corner BMU from the Council of State to the members of Parliament to the ministers to the Director Generals and other things. One say Ndra na no mati mina Asafwa from Ashanti region. And she made a genuine concern complaint. Say, Lydia, I am not calling her name or mentioning her name in any bad thing, but Lydia, this South position man. Yeah. MPP phone come when you say, campaign. What contributions has that lady brought to the table? And it is not only to the MPP. We must turn the light to the NDC. We should see people who know the people on the ground. The people who, whenever the food soldiers or any Ghanaian, not only the food soldiers, run to that person is ready to listen with candor. That is what we want. Because Ghana is for all of us. And until me make us say, NDC Abama Evi, Obia Juma Entumpong, MPP ne Juma Tumpong, NDC ne Juma Tumpong, CPP Obia Juma Entumpong. Because no single party secludedly say me share me party for nkwano, that cannot lead to the development of Ghana. Not at all. Because if you are party members ni nyina no ahwede no mudia me will be fufu adi and NDC for na edu fufu and ani banchi na wan hwe banchi diafo u hwe ahwede for nkwa Ghana be dia yeye. So we need to cast the net. The development should go to every corner, and the Council of State members, they should advise the president based on the national issues and concern. Send near Ghana nina ebetumpon.
Medas said the Ghana nina ebetumpon manaye, bringing us to 52 after 8. This one says that, good morning, Speaker. Extend my regards to the incoming president, Ken Ohene Ejapon, for us. Mr. Speaker, we should all be united as a country and vote him to lead the NPP come 2028. Now 2025 crying you know must start taking an agenda. I know what you know.
What you take a saving Ketiani Julius Debra agenda in Antenna baby.
Yes, I remember me on council.
You were a kid to be make I say now motel for repenting or chehne when you are the 20 years on the throne or celebrating the guest of honor Yana Bubakar Etiana Ekasano and or say Uncle Beppe say the Council of States yes scrap the Council of States that had another constitutional review no kwanya mai but he was proposing say the next constitutional review no you make sure say the Council of State is being scrapped. Nanka yemfa create an upper chamber, which will be composed by the eminent chiefs, prominent chiefs, any prominent men and women or mukuta power in this country. The people that you cannot influence. You get me? Now, bill be a debate parliament. Before parliament, and so much will be. Yes, sir, bill we say. The bill is not a young passing from parliament because of a political party to suit the agenda of a political party. Kwame, a fantastic idea. Sasemenye the first time Amaka Sasemi. Constitutional review na eba Kwame yen consider sadim. Because the Article 89 of the Constitution about the mandate about the Council of States Omedumano say they should advise the president.
Yeah.
Kwame, Etientina obi oko advise the president. Yetono swaba. I don't get it. Because the president can also influence the election. You get me? The president can influence elections. So I would have wished say a beer the yana can young consider sad. Because if you have a prominent chiefs, paramount chiefs, our upper chamber, like Nana Osebunsu, Naman Pohene et ho, Toby Afed et ho, Namoto for repenting to ho, or a ye or Jao who ya to ho. Kwame, how can you influence that people? Jamaica, what I say, or better than the way influence you. Because Sadway Mama, who can't be named or a boss shaman and eka. There are some people remember who posted Slibi. You didn't come on call for free. There are some people honorable law. On my crowd for over 30 years. The money now 30 good years. The background name the regional from no what forms or person contesting on behalf of a certain region, Western North, Ashanti region. Western region, Upper East. Baby, what's your crowd for 20 years? How can you advise the president if something is happening in your region? Because of that, Enutina, a Bible pre tomato plant at the about this country. Then the whole West Africa, you me say, Ope baby miensa. You dear tomatoes more than the quantum of even the Verona in Italy. Then, I'm a penya investors CMB set up tomato plant ni akọ setting up to ewa Shai Osudoku. Who advised the president to do that?
Kessben.
I don't get it. Okokaya say a private investor, but the president and the government brought them. Aye then a cashew Kwame.
Yes.
Cashew ni now the whole West Africa. Baby a beer cashew pa aye wenchi. Oya researcher, it is clear. Aye then you set up a cashew plant Tema. Jamaican what I say?
Yeah.
So you ask yourself, say, president be taking decision be what one now be say does the president have the council of state? Me more than him na jabe na me chao na ne kase me more than ba me de kasem say social road to Kwame Appiah honorable. You ask yourself that the road to before you can cancel the road to, there's a legal process you have to go through. You have to go to parliament, but obia koda edidie wie sebe producer say oyi ni sim or sorry ya na wasebeta road to Abraham call parliament.
Kessben.
What you confirm aduane firi omo sam the council of state members na ho ade no mantimi an kanche o mampanyini say o mampanyini sade we na wo ye no esese call parliament o eyesa Ghana bran ye tietia so ye nya mampanyini bi ankasa obi ankasa ade na nkyerem etie pasia na ya koye rubber stamp etu obia will find his way to go there and now we can say ni paradox. Yes, people have realized that being a council of state member is an avenue or a channeler a bit me enhance your future possibilities to amass wealth, to enhance your operations and normal person we Jamaican watch I say oh baby bia on Sabeka. That is the reason why people are you picking from to contest. I don't need no. But the council of state members there, it shouldn't be Kofu as some produce and come up and you can see one. And Kofu ma tubo a general
accomplish your
yes, I must establish your man penny to be influence your Mahaka. Who better as I President Mahama etwa to be after the 2 about a bit to be a catch. To be after the catchers no idea we ye Eddie I bet me. Ni call draw baby wo timber. Eshe forest bi bu di timber noa wo di galamse noa no anya sika wanya sika no hu se tam oso chale ma me call council of state e de no be wo ba masse watwatwa security fo yi ka no aba betra ha bedi no mo o ye council of state member yes
what do you got here
Kwame enti ye consider sade no obi amfa kwa Kwame de beko
very well
me I'll go to Yana Abubakar so I'll bless me Kwame, Mrs. Adu, we have to champion it. Council of State, you can see a tuaba.
Very well, but that's in our people. 9 o'clock on the council.
Me person to be bikakra.
Okay, first of all,
the guy raised the point. We see a share from another angle.
Okay,
you heard the development, how we are developing this nation. On say wama akoma dine. Tomatoes a free urban nyeketwa. Entinka invariably we see tomato factory
proximity
and
raw material.
But you see, we have factors of production, which the raw material is one of them. Oh, say you're centralizing. Sorry, the entire Ghana Ghana Accra. A new money a na haya this year decentralized. Money maybe anko baby. Odo fact you could see akuma dan via. Ubenya raw materials, but there are other steps you need to take. Ebi a production no mobile no. Enye tomatoes nkwani yusu. Maybe they will even have to import some things from outside. It's about bedru tema. Now fe na obe fasa goods na se free tema. E dey ko akoma dan. Oti ase. Enti no se yetimi aye ya ye buankra e wo honom. Ni ahwe na buankra timi akoso. Na obi ehun hia se free within the Ashanti and the North. E batema. Na honum no straight onyoma nyina agu ho no akwakofa it is say the factory no kwa akomadan onim say o mekọ boankra mekọ akosesa nyoma nyina wo afi proximity
simple like
ye develop country no me centralize bibia wo Accra me that's
mention me that say 1 after 9 higher Kessben 92.9. Good morning, Mr. Speaker. I wonder why we are being hypocrites. The chairman of Oral Lies at the vetting, but we are quiet about it. Okay, hope as just so good to try and mayor. Eric Kubi said, we told Ghanaians that the NDC as a party has nothing better to offer Ghanaians again, but some Ghanaians didn't listen. Now, parents are to pay 550 Ghana cedis for BECE registration, first time in 7 years. Thank you, Eric, for a message. Same Boache was someone case was it the NDC-led Mahama administration appears to have taken Ghanaians for granted. They initially promised to maintain teachers and nurses trainee allowances, but have since cancelled them. But your woman cancel Sami edaso ewo. There is rather a conversation koso. But Babim the honorable Shama. Sorry. I'm also not Yenshas here. We are talking about Ura reporter almost submitted Ediama president. Now, after President Mohammed's first 1 month, 30 days in office, and there was a recount of Eniema Motimia so far. Na Mintio will be neho. Na Yenko.
Yo, Ura. Enya Abba. Operation Recover All Loot. Mr. Speaker. Nia ewo muni se mesre Ghana fo a ena ora yese ona ora de tenase na visa on se anamwa His Excellency any committee for it enye sense unam kruma na national security for apq say ya nya information bi afro so intibra na yedi wakom ya
na koye harassment embarrassment
na koye harassment into faha na usro say national security for ana as a former government official na you don't feel comfortable. I think this is the best procedural management system. And I don't know this advice Nudima His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. It is going to free him from listening to all sort of rumors. Your Excellency, now you become a firefighting president. Now they say the citizens of this country volunteer information.
Yes.
As to what they have seen or what they know, and it is compiled as a raw data. Send obi some faka say me call Jubilee House akobwa mani say ma say obi di ka kote. Don't go there with that information. This is to decongest. You know, people use rumor to make money, right?
Yes.
They use rumor to make money and now to cause discomfort in other people. Now, this data has been collected. 2,417 reports and 942 emails. Now, sorting has been done. You sort, you collect the raw data because in any case, do you know that some people can report through rumor the same information 10 times? Do you know it can happen? Senkawe usore ya unse container bi ewo ashama under bridge omu yiska oho obi susu afre, so you will be picking over 10 calls on the same information. It is a say all those informations have been sorted out. Okay, when you wear machi, and I compile it. Edima president and Odiama attorney general J Nashim. It has freed everybody. Look, until you are called, you are free to be doing your business.
Yes, only.
Until you are called, you are free to do your business. And when say a frau susua paper krata that what they compile about you, ye the mouth share information we na yanya. Dear Ben na unim fahu. Do you get to that? Because that is from the Attorney General's end, you know. On investigation, no, na ya portion say na me ba wu kanu. If this will go to Yoko, it will go to where, it will go to human rights. Na ya portion no e dia masa. So that the government will be focused to do its job. So I think this is the best thing to happen to us. At the benefit of it, and he said, Yati say 36 is it 360 reports no ye to me just car ewo mu a ye benya over $20 billion.
Yes.
And no dear mefa kase far-fetched, but because that is what they have seen on the report. But say to me jidia inkaye nie hia ni se ye hia sika dia ye o mani yi nti se sika bia kodi obi nche e wo kwan boni so a ye nji saska no. So I don't know what the problem is. And a man for share say Attorney General and I'm sorry, government all standing on ora susunu ada nuclear agent ni weni. Bisa hu say asem abaya jasem bi the court for 8 years when to me and the asem na is it a serious government? Yembisa ana serious judicial system and your government. Ye the asem record. The assembly 8 good years and assembly that ho and that want to bring another angle say these cases should not go through the normal court system. Yeah, penuntem.
I see a fast tracking.
Yeah, tribunals. Send us a nipa no one before. You get it right. Report about say we have phone. And I also one we have phone. In time ye di wa se mama wa. Now ko.
Are you free?
Why free? Remember, yet to say political persecution, Conabra, John, Conabra, ya changing judge, and I say, na Conabra. I said somewhere that this is the most sensible committee His Excellency have created to gather information or data, give the data to the Attorney General. The Attorney General should process it through investigation and adjudication. Then at the end of the day, we get the information, which is the results.
Okay.
And that is all. So I don't know why Ghanaians will be talking. Mu journalists so me catch them there. I say mu kahu no manu nye. Journalists binumu. Yeah, let me put it that way. Mu kahu no manu nye. Mu jina ha. Na mu ko jina ha. Mu jina ha. Na ko jina. What I agree with the critics and they say the Attorney General should come and give reasons why those cases were discontinued.
Exactly.
That I agree. Say one sentence, crowd your brabetro. We no sentina. Because to say asema the Minister of Finance today, any japa. Attorney General Eko Kachiro be say the asema yendi tia on about 240. I do there's something to me who report. The Attorney General yes said to the crowd. It is in a bad taste and until I discontinue assembly. Look at settlement case. Assembly the whole, assembly the whole. Look, and then we are see we are fixing bibia. You see a toilet and show near electricity and then today go and look at that structure. Adentina ye di enwa brosa. A man for two toilet sinks. Toilet closets no and kitchen sinks no weni na windows no o ma to dia call another debt upon debt na it was say asem no wo court ntinu yen ja edan no na enroti anasese 8 good years. Ghanaians, we must be serious not because NDC is in power, but you could ask yourself say ya ja edan we say glemedan no 1,500 units no sa 8 years se no da no asay ya tutu cables ni bibia afre ho no enu mom na ye. So I agree. It is in the ambit of the Attorney General say obeba be catcher say obe ma, but as the public are calling so obe chro bibi kakra say this is the reason why ma discontinue assembly. I think it will help open case. Enunti kura na yasa ICZ agungo sedu agungo ni banking license. So why supply makoko board na waboa. Look at this thing. Nanka wenu here, but some report no kura say compensation kura na say ntuama agungo because state no and treating well. Some case wo the court ntinu wasinzimi banking license. Mindio Manuka. How can this be? So we should look at these issues critically. Now, if you send your Omanu, ye betumi atumpom na ye oral has come to stay na say ye betumi dey share constitution ma na ewo ho afibia say NDC susu sorry a operation recover all loot
enye adwuma
ento asusa ye fan share constitution musa na ento as because ya had Ghana too much and I'm sure the soil or the country called Ghana no obisani hu say eba musena onyankupa is anipa is on betina me so I am sure the country is asking itself because look at the water bodies, our cocoa production is falling, the forest is being destroyed, so you ask all these questions. I am sure Mother Ghana is crying onyankupon eba musen ena wama Mr. Speaker ni ashaba mo betina me so amusem mi bibia we need to reason up as a nation.
Thank you, Honorable. I'm grateful. But everybody has a bill. Honorable, so big guy you right?
Oh, Debbie, okay. Free.
That's fine. That's fine. You're about 10 into the maybe.
Honorable,
exactly. Last of my brows.
Catch the eye of the speaker. Let me begin by stating that in principle, I support every move to recover any loot of government property or money. I be the MPP ni biaho. If we say ye chechire o man o, ye chechire political party. E your man ye chechire. It is obi eba aban mu na owia aban sika. As I say ani ni di na ye gise sika no. Nanso so who say Honorable Kasano no akọ fair bibi bear mu starting so they clear ne ho about the clearing agent. You see, NDC omo short time omo ba aban mu no, the goodwill na omo nyae no, it is eroding at a faster rate, and I'll show you why. Orai mo ba ya na mo hyase ye say ye be ya de we ya mfa President Mahama Krensi so ana omo hyase eye ho adwuma. Enti na ke expect something better from you, but now NDC President John Dramani Mahama at the contain a consu. I didn't na make us point what ora mi nyina ne say bibia obi afa abanja pade obi afa bia ne yenko ne yenkonkoje. Ebi gina court a ye di omo asem a ye ni nwie se ye ge de omo afa afri aban ho osumu nyina mu nkofie. Reason ben apesa de on famra ansa ne ehunu say the air kon nkoyie.
Kessben.
It is a dear wo dada na yetimi e de akokọ ta mfie nwotwe na ka to na bruna awie no ujai na wo ba be chef fro ase dia na aseme na person ne yeka no. Na you see honorable sa argument yi munya ye say akokọ 8 years, then tell us say obia nso a ni case e wo court any criminal case appended for more than 8 years no munya omo please that argument munya cry. Say, I don't know what's now 8 years, no one to me anye. Reason, any reason. And also a munko free. There are other people pending trial every 10 years, and that's what court. A
practical example, Opuni case, so when him the Akosuniana,
yes,
started from the High Court. The issue of the pejaj or tiso, yam pejaj or tiso, so you be in the floor, you in free hall. It did the mua my judge in the crown, I think so retirement, right? Yes. Ama a fade, you cover judge for buy. A dear beer now cost beer with proceedings, you know, yasa best start to be beer afresh. I mean, how do we want to give confidence to the Ghanaian people say you're committed in fighting corruption when some of these tactics are used in the courtrooms to delay proceedings? I mean, Ghana for no air conviction to some of these major issues.
Good. What for Opuni case? It's made na hono ma near the analysis kakra. Opuni case yi kra de.
Kessben.
Eye aban no kwadu bofo. Wawie na sem ka. Ama judge ama Opuni kwan so omie ni defense. before we are bema kwa mo abi defense no ye frɛ bibi prima facie evidence na court na tena se kwadu aban de abomu nyinaa no asembisa bi wɔ hɔ a ɛsɛ sɛ woyi ano enti obema kwan am woyi ano sɛ aban sɛ mo bɛka ni nyinaa no hrodorada sɛm na tumi bia enim ɛsɛ sɛ ma wo bɛyi wano a asembisa bia nim a obɛgya wo hɔ am wakɔ enti sɛ awie na asembisa wɔ hɔ na onyi nano na wo say 8 years nti onko fie dia na dia asɛm na wo ka kyerɛ no. It is good and it is beneficial to they themselves. So I am person they are innocent of every criminal charge leveled against them there. That's what we see to the very end of the case. Because they say, you know, a hang your muscle. You should be to chachuchi kata. A bra, you did not same year. I didn't go to mu. You didn't go to mu no. Your man pardon a man ba out. But and what you know, Osako said no on yes judgment na a buy in entum. Mr. Speaker, he was cleared. You see, so if you believe,
excuse me, Kafra, and your judgment, pardon.
No.
Pardon on Mampenyu for Usi on judgment.
One to them come and say, am I a pardon the man about out? No. So judgment na didn't call you know.
Pardon.
You are on the same page.
Judgment
communication in our
judgment I didn't call jail. And a pardon in a buy.
The pardon no say or contest.
And all contest ama watching me a contest ama ni dia den. I cleared. Na so fu so abayamba. Enti say opuni dey say o de court bi one enye ye because na aban no awie ni case. They are okay on the legal gymnastics. Yenim their course so it means there was I can safely say there was a plan and hatched agenda. See any case na say nyame ya dom ne ba ban mu a ye be withdraw. Because you could see every step of the way, every process biano omoko court of appeal. If you court of appeal, near Supreme Court, no could no asaba back. Yeah, my in criminal actions so there because you prove beyond reasonable doubt. And I say trying so a judge out no. And ya asema mo kanem kwa na oti or shall mo conduct any BBR. It is a judge or tiasem so no. Usually so free soa. And who ko here say the judge for bar or no so ko share asem na se. And this happened in this case. It case na lasted for the entire 8 years as you people want us to believe. At a point in time, it was truncated and then restarted. And your friend tried de novo. Yes, I koyechi. Yes, I kwakuti asemi mu biu. And this president, Kasimeja when mu nyina akọ. Na afi de yenya foforo bi aye ba be try there na esre. And then a chance and the oba ya nti na okase ne yenya intentem. Yenya intentem ne justice will in the wheels no it grinds slowly. As a what take decision and na okasa na mati ori anase. Na se otie honorable Okujeto ebra all presented report na nsema okan as if say ya chi akromfo it is a moja ne ntamu a ye benya 20 something billion but asema honorable kan kire say a facts keke no magada
exactly but that is how the operation yes the modus operandi of the committee that is how all this
so they all gather no that is correct I'm just saying
hand you over to attorney general
meba the obi aka kire we see we any agada meboa
exactly
and you should remember say the other party now so agada bibia free no he has to be heard
exactly the point
remember tobo enti no mayen tutu sa mampa america no created the impression say wrongdoings be dey akoso and am kan initially say bibia be koso bia eye krono de me mitia yan hwehwem engongosi ase na mum ekwan amomafa so aboye no that is where the problem is. Enti say me ma typical example. Vet and asime kosi between Afenyomakins and Honorable Jeto Ablakwa. O ka say why investigations afa Honorable Afenyomakins so. Na nensa se kro wo ewe futu no. Eye government land. Those were the facts a unyaye. Eti enye response Afenyomakins se ba ya me ye sure say ka Afenyomakins properties nyina no. Enke loot ya ye kwa hwi. Nke ka ho.
How will you even know say still a count?
No man yen free so me explain. Na minim say ka ho a. You see the property no okoye search ni bibia a vested land. Eno na ebiti omo if na me I've been a surveyor for over 20 years. So I know what I'm saying. If it is vested land, okay, search now, government because the land is vested in government. Now, okujeto cantonment properties. Yeah, them cantonment properties. Sir, I disagree with that.
Now see for mama.
Mate, cantonment properties, as a valuer, I know. Say an acre of land that was cantonment, over around $3.5 to $4 million. But from Rollins Pencil, ministers, SRCF cantonment properties, Obia ni wa watia the reasonable price that.
Okay.
Which is a very bad practice. I say yechem. Enti ade 4 million no, Obia tia ebi 200,000. But let us not forget, say, or go through the right procedure. And the cocofa. It is or go through right procedure, the cocofa. Now your calculations in us is getting 2 billion.
May I say, lawyer Sebe, a member of the NPP, 23 minutes after 9. I report Blum Kakrama na Yemra the rebuttals. Now, quick one, before I no, I think a message be a ready wa creative controversy wa bonten. But to put it on record, Yeni Yankawa has a BEC student and people no 8 to 500 cities. A texter message and a mekan was say in some schools, parents are made to pay 550 cedis for BEC registration. And in fact, one for details of the school and so it is not part of your topic discussing and the confusion out there is not from us. We have not alleged on that. And to main clarify honum now report your topic cry discuss the class and yes,
Kwame. UN for me at say $2.6 trillion and we are seeing now a lose through corruption. Now, chefa Ghana chefa. I was sika enunu ekonina $3.5 billion. Sorry, $3 billion. Now, o convert here. Eba Ghana schema $13.5 billion. Ghana cedis. And a Shraj boss Amiatia say it take 20% of our budget in every year annually. It is a Kwame Ora Banese Yebeya deal beer a best scare people from looting this country. Kwame Mepe. Today, on say Orano, it is not chasing Kofua. Obalu to this country but say odi utumi ni unim de ene akoja bi awanya u privileges bi ede sisi obi and also can ho bi because I have seen videos enkofo ankasa ede complaints ekwa ye ji o mo nsase Kwame ye ji enkofo nsase terrorizing people abra obi asi ni de da kwa wie no Kwame yetimi bugu eje na sase le fa etiso ora ba Kwame ye the aura, the presence of aura, Kwame, it can scare people from looting this country. It can make corruption unattractive to people. So the presence of aura and the hype of aura, it is even scarier than the office of the special prosecutor. Kwame, it is a fact. But you see, mass discontinuation of cases here, Kwame, whether we like it or not,
it sends a bad signal.
Bad signal. Whether you are NDC or NPP, let your subconscious cleanse your consciousness. Do you realize that the mass discontinuation of criminal cases Kwame Attorney General, it has taken something out of the aura. It has taken the shine from the aura. It has taken the scary aspect of aura. And my aura look more political. As it's like a politics. You begin kophobia di muase. Sa no mama adiena kwa koluku. But I don't blame them. I'll tell you why. 2002. Ora Tachuchi Kata. Eko court say the fast track high court is unconstitutional. You remember? Before they be court, no Victor Solomon, you're dealing with a fast track high court. Kwame Appiah ye jelly no. Ye jelly Dana Bodape. You understand?
Yeah.
Ye jelly Tatuti Kata with the fast track high court. The Tatuti Kata who is a renowned legally in this continent. Went to court, say the fast track high court is unconstitutional and you won the case by 5-4 judgment. Kwame. And yeah, look at the days and the months you did Mr. Kwame Appiah. Not even up to 14 months. Some of them are 18 months. A year, 6 months. They were judged. They say fast track high court. You say unconstitutional, understood. But Kwame, time. Number 2, a criminal case can travel to 7 years. I don't get it. If you don't have the fast track high court to fast track cases, an attorney general, your friend say sleep with a criminal case for 8 years, 8 years, 6 years, 5 years. Now that's what back and forth.
The wheels of justice grind.
Yes, a Johnny case no. Ting. Kwame. Me say me catch a Ghana for the muntie me. She honorable Yusuf Brofubi na menye lawyer. Me pocket lawyer, street lawyer.
Emponier.
Mona mo akọ school amunum law no. Me say we ya akora na wutie me a na wo di politics echi a. So hu yie. Eno ma na ekọ no Kwame nya kwa. The NPP and NDC, they are in the same bed. The mass discontinuation of the criminal cases there cause NPP nim who be NDC nim who be na catch Kwame. Obi obeka me say na do down Kufuado the government no wo nim wo nya aware of what is happening. Kwame nya the credit me na catch you. They are aware.
That 2016 the one day Woyomi campaign as Woyomi.
Yes.
Woyomi assemble.
Then you call it the criminal aspect of the Woyomi case. There was a clear shot criminal the first element of criminality in the Woyomi's case. Ni akoyi the film. She akwesi oseji. Honorable akwesi oseji. Former MP and the former foreign affairs minister. The rice issue now. It take it 3 years in court as 4 years. Kwame, and no opinion. What is the difference? Ora Samuel Boating, one and the wife Zulika, you charge you almost 6 count charges. So much defrauded this country. 2009, the matter killed. They were exonerated in 2014. Kwame, Bisahu say, and yet day and now. Side case need to be traveled for 6 years at the courts. Ayede. Masa, one more do body in the good parliament. Omana for the good parliament. At to forcing and a say a jatai a phenomenon. They eat together, they dine together. Just to ask yourself, say, as someone banner dachi a phenomenon attorney general. Never at to force and one. Look at how you will micromanage the whole thing. Kwame, me say, we are Ghana near Korana, I call draw back to Samina Chinibia. So, Okasabu, you say, quiet, careful. Mammy Casamito, no problem. Mammy Casamito. Ora, over swamp of,
yeah.
Nikesino. I'll do any Bible to be any. Call draw baby and call the jail, but no problem. Charge a banner at the ball for swamp of. You say it's inciting violence, me one. Inciting violence. As somebody by the way, every year by 2019. As 2019. 2019. After your case in the okay, listen to me. A branch of your friend of Mohammed Ibrahim, also to branch of National Democratic Congress. The deep by a friend of Kanewu, what the Kanewu leader. What can I say? Ebeka 1 month amia koto abara say 3 weeks amia koto abara. And a branch e ko yo video bi say wa be fa ballot box wa be ye hwan ye. You see it's inciting violence near jail in 10 years. 10 months are you my 1 month to the election. You were jailed before the election. Called you back on Kahubi. One kahu enu ti no ayi ye fa ne say smarties sika samba bad yes ni abeka brofo legalities and technicalities play bargaining but somebody the same problem no play bargaining. Yes, see, there's an element of criminality in it. Why inflate figure no? What bagana chrono? Yako yide the criminal aspect in the frame. Ama yes play bargaining on dressy canon Kwame. Abu Gapele. President Mahama Shami Jelly Abu Gapele, which I adopt my heart for President Mahama all the time because they be a makase fighting corruption. What the President Mahama compare and that do down Kwame. Mahama was on top. Because on one crop for no Bobo Kwame was able to jail them. It is a clear fact. Abu Gapele was jailed by President Mahama. Now do down Kufuado. Every man a pardon. You're jailing is 6 years, 2 years, and you're pardon. You see, you're to Rich Hospital. 18 upon with dinner, and your man a presidential pardon. 3 days Okodu Chrome or the open top and all bono coco sema bati and you are. Well, bono koko sesama small boy be watch prisons watch. I watch it on television, UTV. Small boy be down Kumasi prisons was spending a 6 years our jail. Nani fra your money bill almost said that. Who you call to this is a cartel. Cartel. MPP and NDC they are on the same bed. Madame Fournier, Yabeya asam no kokwasa no ya ba be cancer na ye de ko. It is show who ye. So when you connected to so no bo asama ya. Show who ye. What you connected to some men and not from Poziga. Now you connected that. Be very careful. Not sure kasa and only ye mu ye.
Now you call job. But you see a quick one, you see. A quick one with Nadia, you see. Chief Zigadi, in fact, fire no more. But it is possible, make one case or they buy a sotium incident.
Yeah.
What was the plea of the accused person? You had no court, you had video actually say, one now can't same way. Would if one now dibim. So oko jitum se wudi for a why the judgment here day amount. So it's just a point I want to bring in the discussion.
Well, for some professors jitum say the voice.
There be Dr. Tape up and down. I don't know if so jitum dia. Would jitum dia?
Or jitum ba say a doctor.
It's honum nana. I had to say wakoka say midi for ba me wasem kan. Nti asem na wo ka no. E say try asem.
Baba baby I say twitwa ginu. Because we are this or your branch executive member. We should not. It's honorable to you where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I
or your branch executive member, and wakwaya adhere to protect National Democratic Congress. And the party should have known that.
I get it.
This guy is from us.
I get it.
And yanko kabibi shana no nko kase ebia benifo. Na kienyen ti se de ayimu ye ayimu die.
Na campaign for encoding the chief. But they do I call job.
Sa ya call job.
I was wrapping up for that here. Sorry.
The oral is good. The problem we have in this country, and it's how to manage complexities. We share a dear ya boni na and Mahama Edio Masim Kokota. You see that 90 or 99% in administration say doing your work, problems that emanated. We must all be ready to listen to that. Na because because Ochina, you may also occupy that. But say ye di wasem because of administrative lapse.
Yeah.
A buying or tia kunjasono. Obo brati say unimenukwarenu but pese untienya wuka. It becomes political persecution. Take a 2-4 case in this, for example. Blue Sea and idea. Almost okay, say asem no ti say krano and then move family na memfa musikano enfamamu. Why didn't the government agree? Niema omudiaba amama be si temahabo susu in container those parts susu no. Ewo Ghana no abayan bambe ka kire. We shouldn't be governing like that. We shouldn't do so. Adentin and bayan ka kire say, oh, parts of the ambulances no aba
Now, your empty containers, so you know containers can be tracked to everywhere.
Yeah.
Your empty container, no. This is the case in point that you can't want them. Intimo MPP for no, you are not going to scare anybody. Because you must rule this country with all fairness. Send your open information, say. And nothing I'm here can they say. Say, as some no be draggy for 8 years, no, and now 4 years, you should go to tribunal, like fast track high court. And nothing I'm missing your penuntem, and you say, I say,
the tribunal, the minority has an issue with it. I mean,
no, they can have, the minority can have their say, but we have a country to govern. And if we have to govern for this country to be, say the disciplinary steps at the bar, as I say, both sides, we don't have to listen to them. It is in their time that we have these problems. Inti nipa watina konyasu, I abo brase, wauti cathedral somewhere 58 million koswa. Na yede. Then we leave it. A car as hadaho. We should leave it. And maybe they may forget. As someone ever say no, it is not only administrative, but she say $11.9 million. You first say you could sit down or palugu. We should look at the value for money. Say, Anna, is it commensurate to that money? And that case must be dealt with fast. It shouldn't be 4 years. It must be quick. And we need tribunal like fast track high court to deal with issues like that. Oh, man, that's right. Do you know what it means? Who a criminal case continue for 8 years. You can't travel. You can't plan your life. You don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. We don't want that. So it must continue and continue very fast. Obiti say Addison. You used 2 years to print 77 billion mananado. Meanwhile, we had a budget in these years. One found the factor and share her. Na sasikanu unimi ewo metrim say ewo baby say yenji na yenji so anya 8 years and now 4 years. Yenji nuntem.
Very well.
Na yen famra.
Oh, mama now was a lawyer just
man that was mama landi.
Me wrap here me time that.
Entino ne meka kire NDC for ni say near MPP 4 year ni nyina no. They can't scare us. We will also tell them that we have a nation to govern. They can say, but what I agree with MPP and all the colleagues, say, Attorney General, who their trust statement, Enfambra, that's all. Aside that, MPP people should be quiet.
Very well. Lawyer Sebe, Mami, on your rapper.
Oh no, I was Attorney General. Oh dear, Chika say, oh dear, na Fabra na be appease you mo. Ni enko ye ni.
No. If you are say your trust, say be kind. You read.
No.
Yes, that is what I mean.
Honorable, what the what's na parliament that? When him say your committees be brave, back on more friend no, the check it, Bibia.
Voice is Chairman Sabus.
I'm a quintano. Ah, Bono Chronic.
Now, Chairman's our parliament now won't find a fancy. I got that
funny. What you can say, I am there. Or say, so the value should be commensurate with the work. But it do sagle median one case abro for no.
Say Mudia Coco.
Oh,
Mudia Coco.
Oh, honorable.
There be Mudia Coco. What are you want to tell me? Do you want to tell me that you are so incompetent for 8 good years?
Honorable.
Nanga Mudia Coco fast track high court. Now you will be the anthem.
Honorable, what tax is really
and yes, that is so man. I'm telling you what is on the table.
Just a minute or two. Yeah, me can say.
I'm grateful for your time. Lawyer Sebe, a member of the New Patriotic Party, the Honorable Daniel Kwesi Ashaba, former member of Parliament for Boehm constituency in African Ponziga. Thank you so much for your time, gentlemen. I'm grateful so much to you for joining us. I'm sure that's a 40 after 9. Me baby din komo every Bayport Savings and Loans. Adope mini manager yima edin komo. Manager morning and pum to say.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker. Pacho Nswe.
Radiado, Benso Behoyapa. You are looking sharp and okay.
Oh, me that's it. Wa na oye me icon e ja mi sinse on gaga.
Boa. Manager boa. Na ejuma mo to say.
Nyame adom be port wako. Nyame go so krekra nkakra nti. Ekoyi.
Yeah, that trade am pass so krekra nyina. Mami ntie wa no pe ye ni nkomo fixed deposit no. Ye nim sem fa so bebre na no ana ede eba. But obi wo ha won team asem da. Adope ba me ma wakwanya no na ye nchem na Ghana fo nyina nti ase.
Yo, Mr. Speaker, me fasa kwenye so echia Kessben etiefo ne ahwefo nyina na mafe no yesi afefufuro mu kakra January ko yesi February mu bebre na no mo obotae a wo mo ani so se afewe no omo besie sika na omo de sika esia omo benya mfaso bebre nti no Bayport wo ho se beboa safo ni nyina na Bayport financial institution a started ejuma wa Ghana ha over 20 years now. Now we belong to a brand 19 countries across the world. Now dodo na nim say Bayport ashare no say we government workers nkwa na oba ho a obetumi enya loan. Apart from loans no mo nim say obi fufuro ka ho. And then you person mo hunu say apart from loans to government workers no ye will fixed deposit product no opese odi sika sie na wonya mfaso bebre ewo ho a Bayport is the best place you have to go. Na fixed deposit dien say odi sika esie ewo Bayport either 3 months 6 months and 1 year obotai nyina ne say obenya mfaso ewo so na Bayport fixed deposit efo ukra 5,000 cedis obetumi ahyase emfaso a obenya ni bi se ye interest no ekonenim kama pa na obi tie me na ho odin bedru 5,000 50 million na or the 2 Bayport for 1 year obenya 1,350 cedis 1,350 cedis or the 2 of afia eno ne mfaso a obenya ka ni sika 5,000 ho nti afa ne beso na ni sika na ye 6,350 cedis. Afen so obi say na misika ye 20,000. Me pese me de 2 Bayport 6 months menya sen 1 year menya sen. O de 2 Bayport for 6 months 20,000 na obenya 2,592. Say o ye no for 1 year nso a 20,000 no obenya 5,400. Obi say me misika na manager misika na 50,000. Eno menya sen me yen 6 months menya sen me yen 1 year so menya sen ukra 50,000 now the 2 Bayport 6 months ubenya 6,482 cedis I me say 6,482 cedis o yen for 1 year 50,000 for 1 year ubenya 13,500 when yentro company we a company licensed and regulated by Bank of Ghana. Ansa na mewie no meguso amede me nama na etudwa enti no obi pese ohunu se misika na 30,000 amenya 100,000 menya 1 million menya 100 numbers ni frɛ na bo usika no ye nkyerɛ wonfaso a obenya na afei wo Ghana card bibia wo bia Ghana ye 56 branches na ye mboa wo na enjoy these benefits you are making. Your numbers ni 0245 15 32 83 and 026 300 79 22 entino obi bebisa se enti se meye na misika no bre so a me ne sen den ne besi oba investment mu a ye wo top up ye wo rollover and ye redemption usika na so na bre na so nti opese uhia usika nti yen yi wa de ma wo a akwenya wo ho saa eno na ye friend redemption no eso na wenya kakra bi obabi nti obepese wo de be ka ho nso a eno nso eno ye friend top up akwenya wo ho saa eso na opese ye de sika fa so na wenya no ka usika dada no na ye san ye no either 3 months 6 months and 1 year ma wo nso a eno nso akwenya wo ho saa mi wie no obi bisa se na ono wakoye bi pen ama ni sika akokem ni sika akɔhye pen eno saa no ndi ama edusuraba ndi eno nso obaye ne sen den na kyerɛ sɛ odi sika betu Bayport Bayport emfa sika ni ndwane Bayport licensed and regulated by Bank of Ghana. Afei so yemfa yesika no nkobo aban bia bosia. We do not invest in government bonds and securities. Sika obetumi dia ye Bayport fixed deposit no 5,000 cedis. Na usika no ebe wo ma kra no hu nyina ebedwiru. Ghana me can say ye 56 branches. Enti baby a wo bia no distance is not a barrier. O friend say wo ma no ne say wo hen baby a wo bia no once you have a Ghana card and you have the money to do the investment, we can help you sign on. And your numbers ni bium 0245 15 32 83 and I say 026 300 79 22 and to Bayport you can be porter and say your future now and to that now wo hwe nim say ebeko yie no ehho anamo a wutu ninda ene de ene nti ebi ni say wo di sika be hye bebi a ebe wo ama wa ahochie bremu no okwa onsa betumi aka oyenso na breso a 20 within 24 hours usika no onsa beka a charges bia enim enti ne ye campo eye Bayport fixed deposit na ma say oya sorry say oye dwumakuo say oye credit union fund managers and individuals unions welfare old school unions ni ade nyina no once you have a minimum na ye 5,000 e kone de o qualify and your numbers no 0245 15 32 83 and I say 026 300 79 22 yes and Mr. Speaker yeah that's be brain so
very well manager I don't pay me that
Kaka mi ampo kwa mwasi anansio Odom se sreku si anansi mu nomfwe Kaka mi ampo kwa mwasi anansio Mitro kaka mi o minro kaka mi o
I'm Shabba now was 49 after 9. This is Kessben 92.9. And I'll pay a fee to join here. Thank you so much for your time. But Mamenda manager yima ase na mena wonso awuti ye no ase anope mamembra biem esanse House of More ewo niema papi na no ema ye na womo eye a research entity a womo no debia pacho womo ye research na based on the research no na womo developing medicines purely natural and then herbal na etimi aboaye the mampon research into plant medicine ahwe omo dwumadi a womo di ye pa ana ene womo edi omo ho adanse Food and Drugs Authority so womo dwumadi omo di no womo ahwe mu ahu se papa enti yebo ho dero na ye kanfo mawa eyeye adopei ba memma oba ahema ache na memma na kwaba no ho ofeye ba be enti say
you now swear
erade adok ben so be ho ye pa na de nti a wo sere sai
oh nyamia ma yenkwa yeda so tiase yehu another day and it is beautiful so we have to thank God there was here da nyamia se because in the obini ho
very well and actually am passe
amen
ma yenim komo free a House of More na yenim se ene ma papa pi na no anamuwo adope mamintio na yento aso.
Okay, medasi bebre medin kan chia etiefo ina ni ahwefo mo hwe ina medin de Presla More na mene House of More na eye ejuma. Formally ni nkofo bebre nim se na ye frey Origo Dreams.
Okay.
Yes, in a House of More a sister company of Origo Dreams. The same products in na ye de yedi hu adansie na ye sanso ye ewo Origo and a change of management about the CCA bibia be House of More. Into the same product na House of More there and say ye the obo dia haban and ye said that the enro man boa amount for and we are actually in collaboration with our sister company which is Origo International a war Oman I been Dubai na to say the woka sa pepe ye research research na problems ha amount for with different places no ni ahwe ahaban wo ho ye betumi dia ye dura ebeboa enkofom wo sample table mo enti no ye ba Ghana no ene ehun se sebe ya we bebre den e wo han mi se enti research team net na no mu se no e wo se omu ye bibi fa ho eno munim sa haba ye twa ye ho ahia wo Ghana nko ade ye betumi ayendura ebeboa amanfo enti no sisi an product e wodwa so a ye bo ho de ro no ye friend Leaf Life into Leaf Life. Yeah, that's the brand name.
Okay.
Into Leaf Life, into your Leaf Life syrup. Ebikra waha ekutame. Your Leaf Life syrup wahanum say.
Okay.
Your Leaf Life herbal mixture. And your Leaf Life skin oil. Your Leaf Life skin moisturizer cream. And so waha. And your Leaf Life massage oil. And your Leaf Life stretch mark and scar remover cream. Nina herbal. And I may shall see a free Leaf Life syrup. Into Leaf Life syrup no ye de a war any a buying any asha that they have friend ye dear ye. Or be baby some say Leaf Life syrup a yeding, dear ye say a boosty immune system, a improve blood circulation. And I think so enhances sexual performance between male and female.
Okay.
And to say, oh yeah, Berman say wuti na sebe or erectile dysfunction. This particular product is here to repair the problem for you. The medicine say enye aphrodisia there be enye say ope say u using any many na there be. What the repair system no, and no product awakoto tisa aphrodisia wanuma ama problem. Way about the correct sa problem ni na edi amount into no Leaf Life syrup into no se bema biso ha se bi oni healthy sperms bro potoka se maka se ebioshiti blanks into se ubenya Leaf Life syrup na it's actually going to give you healthy sperms help you to produce healthy sperms as a man and our face no se the mechanic say we take no problem wo ho a epagya mu na sas eda ho a ubenya Leaf Life syrup na a class issue ni na fi what the amount ye the nutrients bebregum na say aduane a ye di ni se de nya nutrients bebre ewo mu sa enti magnesium zinc calcium bibia e de aguem se ne be ya ebebie capillaries ni mu na mojetumi edi efrosan ye na etumi ama wonsu egina brand se obema ana se oba emanu so no se uyo bia wo low libido sabe ho kapfo oba onchen ya wonkwa na wote wonte edebia da e wo se obenya Leaf Life syrup ebeboa opa na esiesie wo se oba na ma wogina brand oba bi wo hormonal imbalance into no nam ho na no ni system na sa touch makakra ni na aduane ye di ni environment any lifestyle and akofa we na dia ba ye di nutrients egusa edro we mu eba beboa no wogina brand se oba sabe wa himfie ho no mu na e too dry you need it to be lubricated we say sebe ahimfie ho no nsuo kakra ba ho na ohene ne ba ho bibia bekototin enti lubenya Leaf Life syrup na etumi esiese owede ne se oba ana se bema and I see a twice why you will Leaf Life herbal mixture Leaf Life herbal mixture ni Leaf Life syrup no so nko ba ko pen edem ba edi juma ba ko pe
okay
enti no and say boost immune system improve blood circulation and I think so boost liver na ba ko pe and I was say it's supposed to be healthy if it's not healthier sabe nkofo bebre nam ho a omo liver issues so we liver no mbustia nature say oye bibia no abre you feel tired all the time dey be our stress fatigue nature say there is a weakness e we liver no say we say we boosti liver no into we Leaf Life herbal mixture the ama Leaf Life herbal mixture e yesonko and are different from syrup and say we no sexual content be enim into no say we a student how bet
no enhance bibia
enhance bibia into no we a student how bet me anum on worry na on pen ho asem bia on so bet me anum Leaf Life herbal mixture na wagina brand anti sana Leaf Life herbal mixture so eden etie and our face no metwa so na me call Leaf Life
Kessben
stretch mark no Leaf Life massage oil. Okay. Let me take the massage oil. So Leaf Life massage oil. Obia ya stress do. Obia ya shi. Ejuma bia we bia obebre at a point. So we in century ni obatina si de bia na kon ya oya. We ejuma on market obatina se na omu ya oya. We chire ni driver ni ejuma bia ye bia at a point obe stress. Obi won so to mean that me recommend Leaf Life massage oil the amount. Dey ne say we obia na say wo joint pains they be why stress you are always tense
wa
bre ubenya oil kakra we na wo dia sra Wobeda papa. Ebe release stress and tension. The entire yes ejuma say if be boswella sacra. And as a frankincense. No na aya omo Roman ne Anglican omo tashe omo pun asori dem no na say ama wusie aba no. Eno ne ye friend no frankincense. Sa frankincense na antioxidant contain some antioxidants bi a release stress and tension. Inti ano na ya crash any cold press any nya oil way any idea leaf life massage oil say o the strap and can the star wadwen ho left right Emma would ye pa a relieve stress no tension no body ni na why you're okay. It's an only leaf life massage oil any one leaf life skin oil obi wo ha or skin inflammatory reaction skin infection obi wo hono mo eczema rashes eguno skin problem nko ade leaf life skin oil will clear that problem for you. And now we say we use it. Ebema honam na toso. It protects your skin from UV rays from the sun. And our face, it protects your skin from any other environmental reaction. Be a ubenya. Into the leaf life skin oil there. Ebuapa akola you see openi you see. Ya woni nkunsu ho. Eno ni afeni leaf life skin moisturizer cream. Ya shada the shea butter. Eni ahaba na afra ni ya shada dia ye. Into no so no ebe rejuvenate your skin no. Na ma honam toso.
Is that the audio na?
Sa pepe we like that. And the chat with leaf life stretch mark and scar remover cream. Nyame adom de bia me de obanyin sen ya me say o de nation and ebe wiase. And your da oyem no me nation. Enti no ebi mu ho na so mo fefura na so mo wa na stretch mark abegu mu afuso. Obi so ho no mu a ebia akotonku bi na apono and an ama stretch mark aba and I say ama ne honam na ye uneven onya leaf life stretch mark and scar removal bi so on krocha e wo ne body ne ho person paper onya leaf life stretch mark and scar removal cream ebe paper no stretch mark ne scar ni na
kutwa na e wo ho ne nyina
na wasensenya ne confidence back. So that is what leaf life stretch mark and scar remover cream no eye into the when leaf life products are yewo
into leaf life products egumu ahodo bebre obia wona chefa wo ye pene dodo mu ato a ehemfa ne ebenya bi ato nyame adom ya to apeti yankasa de office wo Achimota Akweteman Junction ho na ye office wo na se wo pe bi ato a na se wo tema na de wani akire Tema Community 5 Little George Pharmacy ubenye bi wo ho ubenye bi wo Top Up Pharmacy ubenye bi wo Ekus Pharmacy the wo main market ho no ubenye bi wo Nana Boache Heba ubenye bi wo ho no mo na oba e kan say Kumasi so ye rep wo ho no ma say me the number ni tudwa na wo fra ye betumi ene rep no edi nkomo na wa ma edro ni bi Techiman ye wo Techiman rep wo ho Cape Coast ubenye bi wo Cape Coast Pharmacy Vital Care Pharmacy ye wo Cape Coast Blue Cross Pharmacy Cape Coast and a Copia Pharmacy o Cape Coast and so benye na chufu praso de nyame bo she heba ubenye bi wo hono mo ubenye bi wo SK Amwako Pharmacy Anklato Drugstore ubenye bi wo Uncle Moro Drugstore Praso Pharmacy de ne Masters Flats ne din hwenim no Ma Gloria so Praso Rains ni mo oni public toilet ne din hwenim pair ono so e won draw we bi na wo ho abetumi ato na wotumi aide e use na wagina brane and afesin so person ni wo asembi se bi na so person utu na so ton a obetumi afre 059 68 99 608 68 99 608 sa pepe. Okay. And open my now I say House of More. Bebre na ba beka ho, right?
Yeah, amen.
I love the name House of More.
Thank you.
And you will help a product to be a number no should be
059
68 99
608 059 68 99 608 Sapepepe.
All right. Medasi. Medasi. Now share House of More for you now, mommy.
Thank
you so much for your time. It's 2 after 10. Kwame Appiah Kubi. Thank you so much for your time. Sejo Eba, one milk production team Nina no, and you are good. Don't any ochina a Wednesday. We'll be back again to serve you and to serve the nation. Stay blessed and have a wonderful day. Good morning. We are out.
Waduman kuma ba de bo nipa bata nipa ho obi ada na nyonko yesu ensu ande irasio obi a woni duma odidi bo a oman wokwo na ni kosi na fro wa yuku ni chechere ne ma obi ana ni koso ni ja obrechi ni kukodu fo eja wo mo enku ni maba aguna na na